Boom. 3, 2, 1. We're in.
Welcome back to the Lidat podcast.
Shit, watch out, you're a little bit too high.
It's a little bit different. Today's a little bit different. After how many months?
It's been 4 months.
4 months since I've seen
Hasn't it?
Josezito.
It's weird because I can't see myself now.
You can't because the camera angle. I can see you.
Fuck you.
You look great. Don't worry about it, man. Welcome back to the Lidat podcast. As always, I am your host, Sammy, a.k.a. Papi, a.k.a. my last name is Long Dick Johnson.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
And I am joined today by the one, the only, Jose
The legend.
Mas Duros Platanos
This motherfucker, bro. This is why I'm inviting him.
Guerrero.
This is why I don't fucking invite him.
Jose, how the fuck you doing?
Man, I'm fantastic. It's been a whole... Damn, it's been, actually, that has been a fucking while.
It's been...
Because when quarantine started? Quarantine started... what?
It was before the quarantine because whatever issue we had right before that. But... January, like mid-January is when we stopped, I think.
I think that's...
Like mid-January we stopped. I didn't come anywhere before Veronica's birthday, I believe.
Because I think then we started doing this shit online.
No, I don't think we started doing this shit online. It's like February.
Because we started doing it when quarantine started.
Yeah, February. End of February, March.
And it's been a fucking while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, bro.
It's been
Good.
like 6-7 months, I think. It's almost 6 months. Since we don't want in person. But it doesn't matter. None of our videos ever went live in
First
person.
of all, we made so many mistakes on those first videos, bro.
We had like 9 videos.
Bro, listen, both of us made mistakes. I'm gonna blame you a little bit. Because there were times where we didn't set the camera to record, and it was only our audio. But the thing is that I found out, I should have known this, but I need the camera to record as well because I need to sync it. Because then I have nothing else to sync it. Yeah. And it's just weird. Yeah. Then I think it was, man, I don't know. We had a lot of issues. It was not as simple as I thought it was gonna be. Just in case, throughout the podcast, I'm probably gonna be like this. Like I'm just checking the sound so far.
Yeah, I did tell you to put it down a little bit so I just don't catch it.
Actually, yeah, that's right. I'm put this one down. I'm just hearing the sound, so I'm gonna be like this here and there. Damn, man, it's smooth. I like it. I like it. Yo. If anything, I mean, we're kind of loud, but it's perfectly fine because we can always just change it later.
Volume down.
Yeah, but I'm just monitoring the sound. Sam is in charge of the camera because I can't see nothing. So if I'm out of frame, it's his fault. If the sound's fucked up, it's his fault as well. Okay. No, it's my fault because I have to.
I think the most pressing question that everyone wants to know is how much you miss me. I can see it right now in your eyes if you lie to me.
I missed him so much. Can you see the camera? I can see the camera. Yeah. I'm looking into your eyes.
Alright, man, what's been on with you? I met up with you today. We got off work and we should head over here.
Yeah, we went to Carajo in Brooklyn to pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
I hate Brooklyn.
I hate Brooklyn too. I work there. And those fuckers have that shit set up in the streets now.
That shit is teraki.
Fucking hate that shit. But nah, like we actually have not been recorded for a while. But to tell you the truth, it's not that I didn't want to record. It's just there was a lot of shit that I just didn't really want to talk about. Like there was Kanye saying.
Yeah, I felt the same way too. I felt overwhelmed talking about this kind of the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about Kanye again. I didn't want to talk about what's going on in Portland. We kind of have to talk about it. We kind of have to talk about Kanye anyway.
A little bit because he forced his way in.
Yeah, he forced his way into the conversation.
Hashtag me too.
We have to talk about what else are we talking about? Basketball's coming back.
Basketball, yeah, because it started yesterday, I believe.
Did it?
Yeah, it was one match.
Who?
The Clippers versus the Nuggets, the Wizards.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I didn't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. It just feels like a scrimmage. Like there's no energy in the. I understand why, but
I'll watch basketball just to watch basketball. Fuck it.
I just feel like there's no energy in it.
I mean, I hear that. I mean, I watch I've been watching esports lately, so I've been watching Call of Duty, like people trying to show like there's a $4 million tournament coming up next month.
That shit grew a lot from COD XP, because COD XP was in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah,
that was the first like big,
like 1 million tournament. I think first place got 400,000, and this now is like 4 million. So I think first place gets like two M's or something like that.
Divided through 4 people, right? So
5 people.
4. It's 5 and 5 now.
Yeah.
Damn, I haven't watched it in a while. Last time I watched it was 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been. I don't know. Gaming and me. I just haven't played much. Like one, I don't have the time as much as I used to.
I wish I had the time, cause I mean, I asked my friends this when we was playing some Call of Duty. I mean, we're just we're talking shit right now. We can segue into whatever later on, but we'll speak about where do you rank yourself? Like if you used to base it off of how often you play the games, right? Where would you rank yourself percentage wise in the world? Where do you think you rank in? Just world. Pure gaming skill.
In COD?
No, just in pure gaming.
Damn, that's hard, bro. This is like
no, not like on top 100 people in the world in gaming. Period. That's not really gonna happen. Like if you put together all the skills that you'd have in any game, chess strategy, that's seeing forward, but reaction time and everything, what percentage do you think if you fall within? Are you the bottom 50 or the top 50?
Right now?
Percent, yeah.
Right as of now? I'm probably like bottom 50 probably. Like
bottom 50%? So you think that you might be?
Because I just.
So you think you might be like top 60% of people?
Yeah, because right now I'm not, like when it comes to games, like right now I don't feel like I have it. Like I need to dedicate so much time to a game. Now I feel that if I'm into a game.
But what about like just your pure innate gaming ability? Like not where you're at now, but like just how good you are at games in general, like naturally. I put myself top 30%, and I was being generous with that. I think I'm either top 30% or like top 20%.
Damn, that's a tough question. Just like
I never do. Like like noobs.
You never do average.
Yeah, I never do average. Yeah, I never do average. I always do above average.
Because I feel in every game that I put myself into and I start learning and I start doing what I gotta do, I can pick up extremely quickly. Yeah. The Witcher is a game that when I first played it, I couldn't play it because I was getting my ass ripped. So I decided that I was a bad bitch, and I put the hardest difficulty, and I was just, bro, they were smacking me, and I was like, fuck, I can't play that game. And then I don't know what happened. I just started looking into the lore and started reading more into it because it's a lot of reading, it's a lot of strategies, it's different monsters work different things. Yeah. I was like, oh, this game is actually not as hard as I think it is. It's just I have to put time into it. So if I have to put myself, I put myself top 40%.
Top 40%.
If I dedicate myself in a game and I do my best, I feel like I'm not trash. Like I don't feel like I can be trash in a game if I put myself into it.
I think that the reason why I rank myself like 30%, 20%, because I put myself in tournaments before, and in situations where I thought I would do horrible, I did exceedingly well, and I've also noticed for me personally, as a person in general, I do better in competitive situations than I do in casual situations. So, for example, if I'm just playing again basketball with you, we're just dicking around, I'm probably gonna miss. Like I'm probably gonna break, like a whole bunch of times. But you put me in a basketball game like a 5-on-5. People on their team is nice. I'm gonna take someone's ankle. I'm taking someone's ankle home with me. I'm splashing threes. Like I play up to my competition.
Okay.
I play better in like it was the same thing when I used to do swimming. There was a team, Bronx Science, that we always faced in the beginning of the year. Right. It was the first time I was competing, and when I faced them the first time, I think my time. It's hard to explain because you don't like swimming. Swimming is different. Like to shave off a second off your time in swimming is a big fucking deal. Like that's a big jump in speed. So when I first started, I was averaging like I only practiced for like 2 or 3 months. I was averaging like 32 seconds, 35 seconds around there. So the first time I played them, they put me in the 200 meter and I came in last place. I got my ass whooped. It was bad. But I didn't really know much about swimming at that point. So the next year, when I got to face them again, and I had like another 2 extra months to play them, that's when my time shot down it went from 32 seconds to 25 seconds, my fastest time. Now, that's a big jump in swimming. Like
7 seconds.
That's like a jump I've never seen. I've never even heard before. That's the difference between casual, cause I didn't know anything about it, and then when I understood what it was, and I wanted to beat them that badly, I just jumped straight down 25 seconds. It's huge. It's a huge jump.
I feel if I dedicate myself to something.
You dedicate? I think probably.
It's just that. It's just when I have the passion for it, and I want to do better. I'll usually just push myself just a little bit harder. Like when it comes to bodybuilding, I've never competed before, and so when everything opens up, hopefully, I might have to go with my gym, my coach trains that.
Shit, you tell me to Texas, gyms are open over there.
Yeah, but I gotta be with him, with the coach. And the thing is that I didn't realize like who he trained before until I went to his Instagram and looked it up, and it was just like, wait, hold the fuck up. This fucker trained people at the Olympia, classic physique. Like we're not talking about just random New York shows. This is the Olympia. He trained someone for the Olympia. He has trained countless others, and from what Elba has told me, is just like, yo, when you're there, it's different. Like these people push themselves to a whole new limit. Like if they see that you're slacking off, they'll call you out on it. And for that, I'm not scared. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, bro, I'm surrounded by people that have achieved what I would like to just come close to. I just want to compete once. I just want to see how it is, just once.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be next to people that have reached the highest level. The Olympia is the highest level. It's just, I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can go pound for pound.
So okay, at your peak ability, what percentage you put yourself in gaming then?
Peak ability, I guess. Honestly, I don't want to sound cocky. It's not about cockiness. It's just like I feel like I can go round for round with the best of them. I'm not saying that I would beat the best of them, but I can give them a run.
I hear you because I played games this year, like in Call of Duty right now, in Modern Warfare. I stopped playing it, but there's a percentage thingy. Like you can see where you're at in the world. I'm top 4%, and just in that game. So it's like, and when I play with you, you obviously have natural talent, and so that's I was curious. I was curious where you would put yourself in that kind of situation, because I think overall I put myself top 30%. Because there's like rhythm games, I play expert or super difficult. Fighting games, I exceed in those games. Shooting games, I exceed in those games too. Where I guess the skill kind of drop off for me is in games like chess, right? But I feel like as I'm getting older, my reaction time is getting a little bit slower, but my mind and how to strategize a situation is getting better, sharper, and everything. So I feel like my chess abilities are going up while my shooting abilities are going down. I never played a shooting game, I think campaign or whatever, on easy or like normal. I always played on the hardest difficulty you can, because aim, shoot, kill a person. Basically.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah, very simple.
Just try not to get hit, basically.
Yeah. Understand, you get something explodes around you, you're dead.
I don't know. I just feel like I can put myself out there, and I know that one, I can probably just hang with them.
Okay. Do you think you could compete though? You think if you pay time into it, do you think you compete with people? Like the top of the tiers?
I can be with them.
Top of the tiers? I've seen some crazy shit at the top of the tiers, so I don't know. It's not like I'm not trying to say I can't, but it depends on what game. Call of Duty?
I think if you just I feel like if you put the time on anything and you're that interested on it, it's really up to you, I feel. Because, you're looking at guys that play COD. This guys, that's all they do. Even guys that play Fortnite, that's like,
they play 10 hours a day against the top competition.
I feel like that's just with everyone. If you have the passion for it, you dedicate the time, you're going to be good. Because even the top NBA players, like 300 NBA players, I think around there, I don't know the actual number. But even the worst of them will bust anyone's ass.
True. But there's a lot of scrubs though in the NBA though.
Scrubs to us, because they're competing. You put
scrubs to them.
To them, you know what I mean. Like if you pick the 12 man in the team versus LeBron James, it's like, well, of course it's not that good, but go against that guy 1-on-1.
Scrubs to people that's past their peak. Like let's say Melo. Melo's not a scrub. There's a lot of scrubs that are like on a starting lineup that he could be on a certain lineup on their team.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is like there's people in the NBA that don't deserve the spot they have, and someone like Melo, just as an example, is definitely better than them.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, this is like
because I mean there's other things that play involved into it. Like there's play style, there's how you fit in the system.
Yeah, locker room and everything.
But I guess if we go by pure skill, yeah, of course, Melo probably he's definitely up there.
Yeah.
But like again, like there's people that think Melo's trash. It's like, oh, you think he's trash because he's going against guys that are like his height.
Not even that.
Not even his height, but his skill.
Melo's the best Olympic scorer of all time.
Skill plus height. I mean, yeah, we think he's trash. But it's like,
do you think if they changed the basketball court to like a college basketball court, he would have been the best player of all time?
Because the college basketball court is smaller, right?
It's a little smaller, yeah. He shoots long twos.
It would be a little. I mean, I think he would benefit from it, but
I think he might have been one of the best players of all time. If like Olympic Melo, same way, because the Olympics I think is a little bit smaller than the NBA one as well, and he was the best player in Olympics, is hand down.
Yeah, but I just feel like NBA players. I mean, I guess people at that level they adapt.
I agree with that.
I feel like
he got too stuck on one skill point.
Yeah, because then you got like Stephen Curry will probably adapt to that. It'll probably even help him.
Yeah, make him more efficient. Yeah.
I mean, but Stephen Curry shoots at like half court, so it's like that wouldn't really help him that much.
Yeah.
I guess it will help him. Then it will help everyone. It will help LeBron. It will help MJ. It will help Hakeem. It will help who else? I mean, it will probably help Shaq.
Ray Allen, imagine.
Ray Allen, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it will help him, but it will benefit everybody else. Because when you're talking about guys at that level, they all adapt. Extremely. I'll bet they all adapt. Like, even Will Chamberlain. A lot of people gave him shit because it's like, oh, he was playing against janitors. I bet that he was playing in the NBA now. He will adapt.
No, I think Will Chamberlain was nice as shit.
I feel like he will adapt. All the greats adapt.
I agree.
This is what happens.
All right, man. Let's get into these topics. We're kind of like rambling on a little bit right now.
Actually, you know what topic we gotta talk about?
What?
That I was right.
About?
I was right.
About?
Remember that Instagram story I sent you? The girl that made $22K in a day?
Yeah.
On OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Girls, it's possible. It's possible. This girl is not posting nudes. This girl is posting straight out pics with clothes on.
Made $22,000.
Made $22,000 in a day.
In a day?
In a day.
I thought it was a month.
In a day. It was
No,
in a
let
day.
me try.
It was in a day. She made $22K in a month. Let me see. I'm 100% sure it was a day.
Oh, one day. You're right.
One day.
$22,000 in a day.
A day.
For posting stuff inside of a bikini, essentially.
Essentially. See, bro, there are guys out there willing to pay for shit.
I mean, make it money.
Make the money,
I have no problem.
$22K, honey.
I have no problem with girls selling their body.
I'll be the promoter. Give me 5% of the cut.
All I'm saying is that, you know, the feminist movement is not going to go nowhere.
Listen, feminists.
Because it's like, what do you want?
Power to your body. My right, my choice.
It's like you don't want to be objectified. But then a lot of you have to make money off of objectification.
My pussy, my choice. My pussy, my money.
Alright, bro. You do whatever you want to do with your pussy.
Oh, man. But okay, with all seriousness, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I guess at the same time, I think we all need to come to the realization that there are benefits of one, you're a woman, and the objectification allows you to make $22K in a day. Because all those guys that paid what, $10 probably a month for that subscription all the way to $22K, thing opened up?
No, just make sure it's locked.
Oh. You know, it was because they desire her. To a certain degree. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's benefits to it.
Yeah.
And there's people that are trying to take away that benefit that women have. Like, there's double standards that benefit women. And there's double standards also benefit men.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes they want to take away the double standards that benefit men, and they want to keep theirs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the feminist work, in the long run, is not going to succeed because of men. It's not going to succeed because of women.
Because it's honestly like the streams of it. Because that's the most I see, the extreme feminists. Because there's other women that are...
Speaking of that, speaking of the feminist movement, this king... This king...
Wait, I gotta find his name.
Hello, it's me.
I was wondering...
She was singing her ass off for years. Singing hello about other men. And this king... What's his name?
Simon
what?
Listen. Simon Kanoki.
Kanokel? Whatever.
Okay, listen,
man. I don't care what his name is. All I know is that Adele's ex-husband, Simon, just caught the bag.
140 million.
140 big ones.
Just by being her ex.
Just for being her ex-husband. I'm proud.
It's me.
I think this is the first time I've heard of a celebrity male winning a lawsuit like this.
I was wondering where all the money used to be.
Yo. That shit, she gonna come out an album now.
Yo.
She was trying to come out with music for a minute.
Maybe that's why she lost all that weight.
What you mean?
She was stressed out? Yo, all that stress?
All that stress?
How much weight would you lose if your girl takes 140 million?
I'll probably become a skeleton. It makes sense now.
Yo, it makes sense.
She lost all that weight because she's about to lose all that money.
All that money. I would lose all the weight. I wouldn't eat.
Think she lost 140 pounds?
Yo, I feel bad. I mean...
I don't feel bad, bro.
I don't feel bad because it's like...
I don't feel bad. I know it doesn't sound good to say that. First, here's my first point. I don't think anyone that gets divorced, unless that person has no means of taking care of themselves, should have their money taken away from them in the first place. All right. I understand property if the property is in both your names. I understand that.
Yeah, but you should sell that off.
Physical cash, that makes no sense.
Fuck, man.
I understand you guys both own a mansion. You sell the mansion and you guys split the profit of the mansion.
Because they didn't even split it. It was 150 what? How much money she got?
She's worth 190 million dollars.
So he basically took, how much is that?
140. He took about 85% of her net worth.
What the fuck?
That happens to men all the time.
That happens to men all the time. But I guess he's
Jeff Bezos is worth what? 100 billion. His wife took 70 billion, like $74 billion.
But didn't you say it was a difference because she was there from the beginning?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. What I'm saying is the math kind of evens out with both of them.
Okay.
The situation is reversed. Okay, if this should happen too.
So basically, it should have.
He was there before her career popped off.
So, okay, that's true. But yeah, I guess 85%, like bitch.
Well, I don't know exactly. I'll tell you right now, it's the exact math.
It should have been 95, but still.
Wait, how much she's worth? 190?
Yeah, 190. But still, like, bro, come on. 140 million? What, about 73%? That's not us.
Oh.
Stop. But still, like.
I think I did my math wrong.
No, see. It's 73%.
73%.
73.68. So basically about 64%. What the fuck did he do though? He was worth an extra 24%.
I don't know.
Maybe we don't know what he did. Maybe he wanted.
Maybe the percentage is different off the fact that we're talking billions and not millions. Like who can justify getting 80% of 80% of a billionaire's money? Maybe I understand a millionaire. You can kind of justify that because she's gonna make more money after. But billions, you know how long it takes to amass $1 billion? It's a while. Well, not for him apparently, but.
I mean, what is it? Is it called alimony?
Huh?
Alimony?
Yeah, alimony. Yeah.
Because it's basically that if.
But that's basically when you're paying for the person to live after the lawsuit. You're paying alimony. No, he paid her $70 billion, and she's paying him $140 million. I'm not sure if that's one big check or what, but
Oh yeah, because it could be property, but still the math wouldn't even add up if it was property. Because it's like what in property you will go 50-50, but apparently he is going 75.
Sure, but like okay, so let's say outside of property, she has to give him a certain amount of money. I'm not sure what that amount of money is, but let's assume the amount of money is close to around 100 million. And then you add property on top of that, and then you split the property. And after you split the property, whatever 50% of that would go to him after, on top of that as well.
But Jesus Christ. I mean, it does happen to men all the time, and women don't see a problem with it.
Take advantage of it all the time.
Because I don't see.
You were talking about the whole thing with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
His wife was gonna sue him, and there's video of her, fucking just fucking shit up.
Because I don't know if you saw it, but her dumbass was in a pro-feminist rally, and she was talking about all the hardships and all the unfairness that it is to be a woman, and all the injustices, in the legal system, in the court system and shit like that. And everyone there was cheering her, and she was acting like, I went through so much. Then 2 videos come out of her basically just admitting to, I think, stabbing him. Don't quote me on stabbing thing, but I know she assaulted him.
She beat him up,
and she's on record. And this is they because Johnny Depp was smart, because he told her, I won't do this unless it's recorded. So it was an agreement. It was both recorded. He was intelligent for that, and then he was the one who released the tapes. But now, Johnny Depp still gets all the shit. Because apparently the news media, they didn't release the tapes about her assaulting him. But when she was accusing him, that was all throughout the news. But when he released that, it was like, oh, no, quiet. Nobody's talking about it.
Tell you, man. Media is a funny beast.
Yo, this is why I don't. This is why I don't pay attention to media. I just can't do it.
I mean, I pay attention to media because I look at it like this, right? The media obviously knows more than we know. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm smarter than every person that works. I don't, because they're all journalists. They all went to college. They all got degrees. They all know how to think. They're all smart enough. Okay. And I'm also not on the other side that thinks everything is some huge conspiracy to destroy the nation for what it is. I don't think that's true either. But I do think at some points there is an attempt to undermine what's going on now. Like, anything that doesn't fit your narrative, you don't post, essentially.
Because the thing with the media, like, okay, they went to college and all that shit, but they don't have integrity. They twist stories. They they twist the titles. They I guess they do know more than you. Let's just say if they do, hypothetically speaking, they know more than us. But they twist what they know. So it's like,
sure,
okay, you know more, but you're twisting it. So is it really? You're not telling me the truth.
Sure, but their stories, I look at their stories like argument pieces. Like, it's one big, large debate within America, and their articles are argument pieces to justify their viewpoints of what America should be in the long run. And when I look at it like that, I don't really get too offended. Even though there's supposed to be unbiased media, there's no such thing.
No, everyone has their sides.
No,
I guess as long as you know.
Because if as soon as you're in the business of making money, you're biased because you want to pick profits. You're not gonna print a story of you fucking up.
No.
You're not gonna print a story. You're not gonna print those kind of stories and whatnot. You're not gonna print stories about the owner or CEO or the people of the board or whatever doing horrendous shit.
Fucking up.
Yeah, you're not gonna do that because it's gonna fuck up your bag. So the moment you make a news company, there has to be some type of biases to it. Even with what we're making, the bias for us is that we want to grow large enough so we could make an income off of this. And at that point, when we have a brand, everything we're gonna do is for the brand. And at that point, you have a bias.
So you wouldn't have a problem if they would meet their biases. They would. They don't have to tell you, but you know where they're coming from.
Anyone that says anything about it, my question to you is, what do you expect?
What do you mean?
You expect them to say everything. You can't expect them. It just goes against human.
I guess as long as they're
human nature. Yeah, they have opinion pieces. They put like a little small thing on top of the thing. Opinion piece. But if they don't, they get sued. They have to do that.
Oh, so it's basically like that labels and.
But sometimes like You could push things to the front of your page where you want people to read and whatnot. Like stuff like that. All that branding and whatnot morphs the story or morphs the information into something else. Always.
Okay, we'll continue.
Yeah, but what were you saying? Should I continue?
I was just talking about Dykeman and Astoria. Because those places were completely packed. I don't know if you saw the videos on Instagram, I think it was on Twitter.
No.
But those two places were completely packed. Like you couldn't even, you couldn't even drive a car in there. Like they were all in the streets, they were all packed up together, no social distancing. The cops were there, but there's nothing really they can do. Like what are they supposed to do? Close down all the businesses, arrest everybody there. There's just too many people. You're not gonna be able to do it. So it's just like with me, it's just like, bro, just open shit up. They're not listening to you. This summer.
Do you think that they feel like it's controlled? Like if they open everything up, do you think this might just be too much for them to handle? But if people just show up in the places like Astoria, just in that one area, just get super packed for a little bit, and another place gets super packed for a little bit, that's kind of
controlling it.
It's kind of controlling it, yeah.
I feel like that's not gonna be the only times that people are gonna be that packed.
Sure.
Because right now in Forest Hills, I don't even know exactly where in Forest Hills, but there's a Forest Hills that everybody knows if you're in New York. It's extremely packed. I have passed it multiple times. It's just packed. It's really hard to even drive through there. And that's just sunny, normal days. Monday to Friday, everyone is out. Everyone is out. Everywhere I go throughout Brooklyn and Queens, that's where I travel and I work at, is completely packed always. You know? And I went to Six Flags last week, and there was only one rule. It was packed. Just wear a mask. You cannot take.
You went to Six Flags?
Yeah.
I didn't know you went to Six Flags. Who you went to Six Flags with?
Mom, my brother, and my cousin.
You bitch.
There was no space. I keep telling you.
Bitch.
Just want to need a car. But anyways, like that was the only rule. You just wear a freaking mask, and it was packed. It was just full of people. There was no restrictions on people going there. So it's just like
you know what that tells me though a little bit. The fact that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like just because they're they're worried about their profits and whatnot, capitalist or whatever. But I don't believe Disney is stupid enough to open up their business unless they have some type of information that can handle the situation or whatever like that, right? Because Disney opened up, Six Flags opened up, and these are businesses that can stay closed for a while. They have enough capital to exist.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I feel like if they're opening up, they have to be privy to certain information that we don't have.
It could be that, but it's also they probably have people looking at research and data all the time.
All the time.
And just telling them, okay, what is the percentage of this being bad, this being good, what benefits it the most?
I was looking at the mortality rate of people that get COVID. It's under 1%.
Yeah.
It's like a 0.03% chance.
So it's like, I feel like they're looking at it as, look, it's summer, people are willing to spend money, people want to relax. Because they've been stressed. At the beginning of this whole pandemic, people were stressing the fuck out. It was a big deal. Open up, make sure there's social distancing, and enforce the masks. So that's all they did. They just enforced masks and social distancing. Except if you were in a party. Like if it was me, you, and my brother, we are allowed to be close to each other. But if it was another group, our groups couldn't meet. It was just only us can talk to each other. We must be around each other. And it worked perfectly fine. It was packed. Everyone was in their own lane. They wore their masks. It was hot as shit, and it was a good time.
You guys gonna get the bracelet so you can just skip the line?
No.
I always get that, bro. I'm never standing behind someone for hours to take a ride.
I did it for like one ride, and I feel like I got into 3 rides. The first 2 rides was quick because we got there in the morning. The last one, bro, it took me almost an hour, and I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not waiting in line. That's it. I'm done. Because they had a pass, but it was like for free food and shit like that. It was like,
no, you gotta get the season pass or whatever like that, bro.
Yeah, because I thought they had the pass. Because my mom told me they had the pass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, maybe it counts that. And we got into the first 2 rides quickly, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's because of the pass, because I didn't have it.
Not even that, you get a season pass. You spend like I think it's like $100 something for like one pass for you, and then you can go there for free every time. Go there for free.
Because they have a pass, but it's not the bracelet one.
Yeah, they have a season pass.
Yeah, I have a season pass.
But even if you just use a season pass for just that day, it's still worth it. You think how much is the regular pass is like $60
for one person.
Yeah, and you have to stay in line essentially for like an hour for each ride.
Yeah,
After all that, you probably gonna do like five rides.
So I did 3.
So out of the 5, you can have 5 hours standing, and like an hour of rides altogether. So it's like you might as well get the season pass. So let's say for instance you went with your parents. You're saying we should go. You have a season pass. I get one too. We go in immediately.
Yeah.
It'd be lit. We go be there all fucking day.
Yeah, because bro, I just did 2 rides.
And then in October they have like that little Halloween shit. That shit's fire too.
Well, I forgot what it was. Fright Fest.
Fright Fest, yeah.
Fright Fest. Next time, that's what I'm going to do. I thought they had it. I got the 3 rides. It was cool. I don't know. It was a good time. But I wish I had the pass. But again, bro, I feel like we should just open up. Just make it mandatory for people to wear the damn masks.
I don't have an opinion if they should open everything now or not.
Because at first, I didn't...
I don't have enough information to make that.
Because at first, I didn't want them to open up. Because I was like, you know what? We don't know yet. But it's like...
I feel like you're basing everything people opening up because people are already outside.
That's basically because with me it's just like they're already outside. They're already there. I went to the mall, the QCM, because I was passing by.
Mm-hmm.
They were packed all around the mall. Packed.
But is the mall open already?
The mall's not open, but there's bus stops. So like yeah, there's the multiple bus stops around the mall, so everyone's just packed up together, just on the line. I'm like, yo.
I was asking because even around my place, the mall's not open. If the mall opens, because I have a gym inside there, I'm going to the gym immediately.
Because I'm like, yeah, but that's basically...
Okay, so what is open right now? Like, what is allowed to be open? Stores, restaurants.
Deli, supermarkets, restaurants not at complete capacity. The only restaurants that are allowed to open is if you have a
like
section,
outside, yeah,
a section outside that you can take over. Bro, I'm gonna run over every single one of those places. Can you please just send people inside? You know how hard it is to find parking? This is my only problem. That's a first world problem. Just bro.
Parking.
I understand that I'm privileged because of that, because there's people suffering worse in China. But bro, get the fuck out, damn. Whatever. What else were you saying? It was essential businesses, restaurants. What else?
Because beauty supply stores are open.
Beauty supply stores?
Yeah, why that should open?
It's essential for people to be beautiful.
Where, in the house?
I mean, listen, I don't know, bro. I think
if that's the argument for beauty supply stores to be open, I don't see why gyms can't be open.
Because at first, because I heard the argument before about gyms being open, and I was like, but it was like early on. I'm like, you know what? Listen, right now, I understand because it takes stress away.
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, but the way I see it is, people are outside. They're not listening to the whole, social distancing and all the rules that the government wants to impose. They're not listening to you no more. Let's put the precautions that we have. Ask them to wear a mask before you enter a building. Keep your mask. And let's at least make some fucking money. There's a lot of people looking for jobs.
I think what the gyms could do is that people could schedule a time when they can go to the gym.
Yeah. There's a gym in Pure Muscle Fitness in Canada. That's what they're doing. You get an hour and 30 minutes and you can schedule 2 weeks in advance. It's pretty solid. An hour and 30 minutes is all you need. And you can just,
I need like an hour. I need like an hour or two.
I feel like an hour and 30 minutes. Put your songs on, rock and roll.
I have like an ab workout like every day, and then on top of that, whatever work I'm doing that day, and if I want to throw cardio in there, like it depends. Like if I'm going hard on my abs. If I'm going hard on my abs alone might take like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but you can do that at home. Even cardio, you can just run outside. I feel like if you need to use weights, alright, schedule your appointment. But if you're gonna do cardio, motherfucker, go outside. It's hot.
Okay. I don't want to fucking go outside.
Go outside, do your freaking cardio, taking up space.
I should be working out outside.
I tried it. And
I'm getting chunky. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. It was
I didn't like working outside.
I didn't like working. I was trying to do like home workouts, and I was like, yo, bro, this shit is what's ass.
It's ass, yeah, man. I feel like I don't feel like engaged.
There's no engagement.
Like like you're in a gym. It kind of sounds like when you're in a video game. Like you're like immersed into what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't feel immersed.
Because there's resistance to it. Like
yeah.
Like doing bodyweight squats and doing weighted squats is doing deadlifts. Like feeling like someone is pushing you down, and it's your job to go back up, or you're fucking gonna die. Like that's what I like feeling. When I'm doing like here home squats, I'm like, okay, I did.
Not even that. I feel motivated watching like other people that's like bigger than me and whatnot. All the time I like, nigga, you ain't shit. I'm about to fuck you up on this weight.
No, I just put my songs on. It's just like, okay, this is you and you. Because I don't know how it goes.
So like, not for nothing, Eminem be running the gym, bro. Eminem is really the person to listen to in the gym.
Eminem, yes. Kings Never Die, that helps a lot.
Yeah, that shit is fire,
Kings
bro.
Never Die.
Not even that. What's the other song? like motherfucking Beast, something like that. It's a Beast song.
Yeah.
It's King Crooked, it's Tech Nine and all that shit. That shit, that song right there. I'm like, I feel like I'm foaming out my mouth.
Yeah, but it's I fucking miss the gym, bro. Just open up, bro. I don't care. Just give me my gym and I'll shut up. I'll let that shut up.
Shit, I'm trying to finesse my way out there to Texas so I can go to the gym.
Bro,
I was telling my girl, why don't you just go as soon as they open? Like just go, cause she kind of has a gym inside her garage.
Fucking hate her. Fucking privileged people.
Listen, man, she lives in a $500,000 house.
Motherfucker, you have a gym inside your house and you don't use that shit? I was trying to go to Dick's Sporting Goods to get some weights. Shit gone.
Shit's gone? I should have done that too. I should have ordered some weights.
Gone. I went to.
I didn't want to order some weights because my mom would be privy to the fact how much money I have. I'm making sure that I don't spend money unnecessarily because I don't want people to know.
Yeah, I was looking on Amazon looking for some weights, but I'm like I don't know. I want to feel them. Like see.
I have like dumbbell weights.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have I can how like the push-up bar you can kind of add weights to it.
Yeah,
I have the same thing over there.
Yeah, I wanted to get that because it was Dick's, but
the thing is though, like someone delivering that shit is heavy as fuck. And also, where you gonna put it at? Like your room right here, you don't have.
I was already gonna make space like under the.
Like you'd have to pick up your bed.
I was thinking of getting a smaller bed. Cause this is a queen. I was thinking of getting either. It's a full.
What about when your girl comes over?
Fuck that! I like being comfortable more.
You like her coming over a lot too, so.
Bro, I don't need a queen. This shit takes more fucking space. I feel like
Listen, man.
I go wide,
my girl is 5 feet tall. I'm gonna get the king size bed. That's all I'm saying.
I want a California king.
You talking about getting rid of a queen? Shut the fuck up.
I don't want one here. You know, like whenever I move out and I got that space, because I just want to see one. Like, yo, because I looked at pictures of the comparison, and I'm like, that's retarded.
That is retarded. That's a mad bed.
No, but it's just
that's mad bed, bro.
Like I was thinking of getting a twin, but I'm like, yo, I need some space because I'm too big for a twin. Then it's like twin XL. I just want some space because I feel like I'm too. Like when I'm sleeping, I sleep like a baby because I have all the space.
No, I hear you. I'm like, even when I was over there, I had a queens and stuff like that. But all I'm saying is that you don't need a lot of bed whenever your girl comes over and she sleeps over or whatever.
Yeah, what?
It could, if your girl's anything like mine's, my girl makes it a point to put me in the corner of the bed. She sleeps as if she's a fucking bear. Like she thinks that she is gigantic. Like literally splayed across the bed.
Get the yo, bro.
And then not only that, she has to move closer to me. I'm like, yo, fuck off me. Right? So she just moved me closer and closer to the edge of the bed. I'm like, shit. You stupid.
Damn, you're actually a really good person.
She's knocked out. You want to wake her up? You want to smack her?
Okay, you know what? Let me tell you a story. So it's gonna be fucked up. Let me tell you why I think you're a good person. So my girl came over, she slept over, and every single time we sleep together, I sleep like a baby. And every single day she wakes up like with a face, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, you hit me and you farted on me. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I was trying to like touch you when you slapped me with your foot. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Because it's like, you take all the sheets, so I moved this way because I was cold. Then you hit me with your foot. And then when I was like, looked at you to see if you were awake, you farted at me. And I was like, well, who asked you to be over there?
So you beat her and then you farted at her.
Bro, I be sleeping like a baby. Like a baby, I don't feel nothing. And she's like, you hit me, you take all the sheets. You push me. I think I pushed her off the bed once.
Now there was this one time me and her went out, right? I was like lit. Like I was like I had smoked and I drank. It was like dancing and everything at a party, and then we went home and then we do and then so she's like laying on my chest right there, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, girls, they just start talking and talking and talking. And she was like, you know what I mean? And I went, I snored right in her face. She got so mad. She told me she got up like, and then she couldn't fall asleep.
You actually went to sleep?
She couldn't go. She couldn't fall asleep.
No, but you went to sleep.
I went to sleep. Yeah.
You actually went to sleep. Yeah. See, you're a better person than me.
Yeah, but the thing is, she swears to God that she falls asleep after me usually most of the time.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you fucking liar. every time I've ever fallen asleep with you is like the most uncomfortable thing in the world.
Uh-huh.
Because she pushes me to the edge of the bed. And it was like, that was the first time I fell asleep before her, and I fell asleep like a baby. I was not letting her talking distract me from my goal of sleeping.
I don't know if this is fucked up, but there was a time that me and my girl were doing what I gotta do, and she asked me, you know, you ready for round 2? And I was like, yeah, just give me 5 minutes. I fell asleep.
Nah, I didn't do that, but it was like, I guess it was like round 2 or 3 or something like that, right? Where she was like, ready for round 2, ready for round 3? And I was like, I didn't want to do it, right? So like, you know, but I pretend like I did, right? Oh yeah, of course, yeah, right? So I'm doing my business. I'm making sure it's uncomfortable as shit. So she's like, okay, I'm done. Like I can go back to sleep. Like nigga, leave me alone, get off of me. I played it off. I was essentially playing pool for rope.
Bro, I was like, yeah, I needed my sleep. I was actually gonna do it, but I needed 5 minutes, and it ended up being 8 hours.
I'm like, nigga.
Bro, let me know if I'm bugging out, cause I heard this from a lot of girls, and girls in the comment sections, please educate me, cause I'm confused, and please educate me. You have more experience than me. You're older. This is where we go, man.
That's what you got to say.
Ready? I do my best to please my woman. I do my best to get her off first. It's my job. I feel like I can get off whenever I can. Let me get her off. Okay? But if I last too long, I'm insulting her, apparently. That she's getting offended because that means her pussy is not good enough. But if I do it quickly and I don't please her, then I don't care about her feelings. So can you please understand me? Where am I going wrong?
So this is what you need to do, right? It's like, okay, so it's like an average. You have to play around an average.
I gotta do the averages.
Yeah, you have to play around with averages, right? So if she's coming within 10 minutes, then you need to be coming back at like minute 11. All right. But if she's in that day, you can see in her eyes she's trying to go round 2. Right? You make the first time 2 rounds long. You just have to know. You have to know. It's a
numbers game.
It's a numbers game, yeah.
No, because it's just like, bro, there are times that...
And certain times, be done in 1 minute. Like, damn, babe, your shit was amazing.
But it's like...
Damn, Niagara Falls. That shit works.
Shit, man, it's just like there are times where she gets off and she's like, okay, I'm done. And she's like, yeah, okay, we can stop. You want to watch a movie? And I'm like...
There's a ratio between pleasure and ego. Find a good ratio of pleasure and ego, right? Where you can boost up your ego and pleasure her enough, and then boom, you have no problem with it. There's always gonna be an issue because females, but you play around with that, you hear it less often.
You know what I gotta do, bro? I'm gonna sign a contract. It's gonna be like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. If you sign this contract, I'm gonna take you to court if you dare insult me. It's some bullshit. Give me what you want. I do, bro. I last long. I do. I'm like, okay, she's pleasing. She's like, I don't want to do it. I feel offended. You didn't come quick enough. And I'm like, yo, but you know what I mean? Like, what
do you want? You want to be fucking? You want to be like curling your toes and shit?
Because if I do it too quick, she's like, I feel offended. I feel like you just used me. But then, if I last long,
I don't care. I'll tell her, yeah. That's exactly what I just did.
I don't know. I'm confused.
But I don't see what's the problem with that. If my girl needs to come.
Yeah, but I have not even heard that. It's from multiple girls. There was another girl there was the multiple girls that I always ask, and they always tell me like, yeah, if my guy doesn't come quick enough, I feel offended because I feel like I'm not good enough.
I don't think they care if you're having freaky sex. If you're having freaky sex, they never care. They don't care how long you last. That's another tip I can give you. If you're having a freaky sex, like she's like into it like crazy. You're like sweating on top of each other. You guys are doing like slow motion movements and whatnot.
And after you're done, you're like, wow, that was disgusting. You ever had that?
Huh? Like, I'm disgusted with myself. You're a sick person.
You never had that? I had that.
Nah, you know what's happened to you a lot? Like after you come, like you come to your senses.
Oh.
It's like you start thinking clearly. Like damn, This room is a mess now.
I remember there was a time I was doing it, and I finished, and then I was just kind of like, I just sat down, and I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what was that all about? Like, all that anger. Like, what type of primal shit is this?
Oh my god, no.
And I don't know, girls are interesting, because I hear girls telling me all types of shit of them being like, I just want to be loved and shit. But then they want the freaky shit. But they want you to do the freaky shit so they can tell you, oh no, you're the freaky one. Ever had that? Like, they say they want love.
Girls are freaky. Girls are fantasies.
It's just, I don't know, bro. Girls are fantasies. And religious people, bro, they're the freakiest.
Bro, I wish I could tell you something.
Let me tell you what I'm going to tell you, Star.
You tell me something. I can't tell you what I want to tell you because I'll get in trouble. What?
Jesus Christ. But let me tell you something about religious people, bro.
Yeah.
Every single time I hear a story about religious people, it's the most craziest shit I have ever heard in my existence.
Mm-hmm.
It's shit that I think to myself, wow, even at my dirtiest, I would have never thought of that. Insane. So like, I'm gonna tell the first story I heard from like a freaky girl. This is back in high school. There was this girl, super religious. This girl will give you a Bible.
Mm-hmm.
How religious she is, she will give you a fucking Bible.
Mm-hmm.
She gave me a freaking Bible of an anime Bible of like the stories of in the Bible. Pretty cool. I'm not gonna.
You got that?
Yeah.
Yeah, show me. That shit sounds fire. An anime Bible?
Yeah. It's like cartoonish type shit. Pretty cool. But I heard that this bitch was getting fingered in the stairs. Apparently, a lot of freaky shit is going on in the stairs in high schools.
You didn't know this?
I learned that later on. Like after I was in college, I was like, yo.
Bro, I learned that freshman year.
I touched the freaking bars from that bitch. Yo. That was where the coronavirus started. Anyway. Then I heard a story of this guy who was religious, right? Super religious. And he didn't want to have sex. But he will have anal.
Wait, what?
He didn't want to have sex. He wanted to have anal. Compute that. Think about that.
Wait. He was getting fucked in the ass?
No. I don't know.
What are you saying?
I don't know, but I heard those two. Bro. I heard those two because apparently it's not going inside of the vagina. So if it's going inside the ass, that's not breaking any laws.
I mean, it doesn't say sex. It says sexual activities.
Listen, bro. You know what? There's a lot of Listen,
man.
It makes sense.
I'm not going up semantics. Continue. Yeah.
So this guy was like, I'm willing to have anal. I'm willing to go down on you, and I also want you to send me naked videos and like porn, basically. And he's just like, yeah, but like I don't want to have sex. And the girl told me, it's like, I didn't understand this guy. It's like, I sent them all this extra shit. This guy was freaky as shit, but he was willing to have anal with me. And I'm like, hey, listen, bro, I don't know what you decided to fuck with.
Listen, man, he was getting this shit off, bro. As long as he's getting this shit off.
I don't want to hole.
I mean,
it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I hear you, but
like, what do you mean? You're not willing to have sex, you're willing to have anal. You're willing to go down on a girl, you're willing to let a girl go down on you. But the only thing you won't fuck is the vagina.
Listen, man.
Can you show me the Bible?
I'm gonna say a story without saying any names. I know a person that was with someone else for about like 7-8 years. Never had sex. Nothing but anal the entire time.
Get the fuck up.
For 7 years.
And the anal was okay? Like, is there a part in the Bible where it says you shall anal?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on with that. For 7 years. That's all they did together.
Never once just wandering.
I think it was called the female, and then they broke up, and she like lost her virginity like the next week.
Bro, I heard that all the fucking time.
And I was like, no.
Yo, cause there was this girl that was talking that she told me a story about.
That's some wild shit.
That's like anal, and then she just lost it like that. It's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
Cause there's another crazy story where I heard of this guy who was doing all this dirty shit to this girl, and she was like, "I'm religious. I'm gonna wait till marriage." And apparently, like a month later, she found out that this guy was married. He got married or some shit, and she was like, "What the fuck? How the fuck you mean? What do you mean?" Like, you know when you hear shit and you're like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Listen, man.
Let's see.
People are strange. There's too much time is on that shit.
Yeah, I'm just
24.
24?
Yeah.
We're gonna go for 6 more minutes and by 9:05. But I don't know, bro. I just see crazy shit from like religious people all the fucking time. Like they're the horniest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. They're the freakiest sons of bitches I've ever met in my life. But I think it's all that pent up sexual tension, and you just want to release it somehow.
Probably. Or maybe they're more imaginative. They have less to work with.
Oh, that's very true.
Like, you know, they all like wearing like long ass skirts and shit. See like nuns with their hoods on.
So
something like that.
So all they have is just fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get a taste of it, it's just
boom. Start. You know, start working on their fantasies.
Jesus.
There's nothing against it in the Bible, as far as I know.
I mean, you can have your fantasies, but it's just like, goddamn, they think of some crazy shit. Honestly, I think porn was invented by a religious person. Think about it.
Porn?
Porn had to be. Think about it. He couldn't get off, so he invented a way where he could see other people getting off. That's some freaky shit.
I can see.
I'm onto it.
I can see
what
you're saying with that. Do you think people's obsession with porn is gonna die down or no?
I mean, because of quarantine, now they're doing just. What do you mean people's obsession?
I guess I'm saying that because my I guess as I've gotten older, my fascination of porn has gone down.
You know what? I think it has to do with after you get it, it's different because it's like, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like you could fantasize things that you see, or you could do it.
No, I think it's because I actually like someone. To me, anyway, I think it's because I actually like someone. Because before that, like it didn't really matter. I got it, and I was horny at that moment. Porn was like my go-to, or like that.
Because I feel like that happens. Because I feel like that happens with everyone who gets older. After you can get it, it's just like, yeah, why would I watch it? Because it's the same thing with when girls send nudes or they send like videos of themselves.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't do anything to me. Because it's like, okay, you teasing me about something that I can't get.
No, I like that shit though. I like getting that kind of stuff because to me it's like, yeah, that's my pussy. What do you mean?
But I feel like I can't touch it, so it's like, don't tease me. I'd rather just watch porn. I can't touch that shit either, but I will never have that. You know what I mean? Like if you send me a video, if your girl sends me a video of a girl,
I think that's an ego thing for me. I think massage is my ego.
I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want a girl sending me shit. It's like, listen, you're either gonna do it, or I just rather watch a porn star that I'm not gonna get.
But I think only massage is my ego because it's coming from someone I like. I've noticed that a lot of people I've ever talked to, I've never actually liked them really.
It was a sexual thing.
Yeah, and I've never like there's so many people I popped the head. Like I think to myself, you know, there's a good saying. I've actually one of my favorite authors. He says a lot. He's like, in my heart of hearts, like deep within me, what do I actually want? Not what I think I want. Because he was talking about how he met Patrick Stewart and whatnot, and how he was going to get the autograph or whatever like that. And he asked himself in that moment, in my heart of hearts, what do I actually want? And he admitted to himself, what I really wanted in that moment was for me to talk about how much I love their work, and for them to recognize who I am as a person. He's like, that's what I wanted. So in my heart of hearts, when I look back in those situations, it seems as if I did a lot of those things just to prove my manliness, or whatnot, just to prove that I could, you know. And it's like I look back at it now, it's like it's not a lot of people I've ever really liked, like genuinely liked as a person. Nah, not really. Like even you think back, right? When you look at things back now, right? And you look at the motivations for why you did something, what you thought was your motivation and why you actually did something, it almost, to me personally, almost never lined up.
Wait, before we go on that, we'll continue, but it's about to end anyways. Okay, so continue.
Yeah, so it almost never lines up.
I can name, now that I'm thinking about it, I can name a couple of girls that it was more of like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
When like I was like, I just want to fuck them, but after fucking them, I'm like, I don't really want to be with them.
Yeah.
But to me personally, I feel that I cannot really think of all of them on the top of my head right now, but I believe it's 50-50. Because usually the way I have noticed is that if I talk to you, I'm really interested. There's a reason I'm interested. Because I'm thinking way back to the first girl that I was really interested, really fucking down with when I was in the States. But that girl, bro, took me. I mean, I know her since 5th grade, and I started getting feelings for her in 8th. So it took me like about 3 years. So it was not like a sexual thing. It was just like I got to know her really well, and it was just like I was down for her. Then after her, I think there's another girl that I was talking to, but I was not really into her. I'm not gonna say names, but she was a little bit like older than me. Like I was like, I'm talking to this girl. I'm kind of interested in this girl, but she was cool, but I was not really, really into her. It was after her, there was someone that I was really fucking into, but it was not just sexual. I was really into. Then after her, there was a girl that I just wanted to fuck. Like, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like, there's girls that you just want to fuck, but I feel like I'm more picky with the girls that I pick.
Yeah, but don't you ever look back at the situation and actually understand why you did what you did? Like for me, let's say the first person I talked to in high school, I'll talk to them because it's the first person I talked to in high school. Why the fuck not? Right? It made sense. Right? And also, it was a bet. So it was an ego thing. It was more of how that person made me feel about myself than it was me liking the person. At least personally for me. And I feel like that's what a lot of guys go through as well. I feel like what that person makes you feel about yourself over how you actually feel about the person.
It's not just sexual tension you're talking about. You're talking about just other than sexual.
Other than sexual tension. I don't get me wrong. Like I'm not gonna say I've never been motivated by sex because every man has been motivated by sex. But I've often found in situations that after I get the sex, I feel like I was happier before I had it.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that a lot. Like I felt like, oh, now that I got that, like, you know, I was happier before I had it. I felt more
into them.
Not even into them. Like it's not like I stopped. Because it seems like the goal was sex. My goal almost has never been sex with a person, right? Because I've never been like, I always say all the time, I'm well fed. I'm hungry, I eat. I'm thirsty, I drink. That is that, right? If I really, really want that, I feel anyone can go get it. I think any girl can go get it. I think any man can go get it. When in a dating society where it's not really that hard. It's not. People will take that like you're a creep. No, it's not really that hard. If you're at least average looking, it's not. Just find another average looking person. It's almost usually just works that way. If you're a good looking person, and you find someone that's equally good looking or below, it becomes easier. It's just that. It's just that simple. A lot of people won't look at it that way. But I've almost felt like after I had sex with with said person, that it would be like, well, there's nowhere else to take this.
Yeah, it's more like that was the goal that you didn't know you had.
I felt like the goal. I felt like I did stuff because of the way people made me feel about myself. It made me feel as if I have something to offer. And I guess since they made me feel like I have something to offer, I felt good about myself. But after having sex, I didn't feel that anymore. I didn't feel good about myself anymore.
Could it be because
I feel like because there's no higher after that.
Because you already had sex, you already had like their admiration. You kind of have you want to test it with somebody else. You want to get admired by somebody else. But
it's not about someone else at that point. I feel like after I had that sex point, there's no higher for that person.
Yeah, for that person, like for that person, she complimented you, but it doesn't mean it. You know when your mom compliments you, it's like it doesn't mean anything. Like I know you mean it. With that person, like you know they mean it. You already had sex with them. There's no higher level, like you said.
Yeah, there's nothing else to reach.
So now you want to reach. You want to find somebody else.
It's like finishing a game.
So it's like you want to find somebody else. Start a new game.
Yeah, start a new game.
The same.
I guess. I don't know what it is. And like even I go back to the first person I dated in high school. I dated them. One, it was a bet, and two.
It's fine. It's not.
Okay. One, it was a bet, and two. It was this someone inside class. Me and that person broke up within a week, and then the next person I dated, right after that, was someone that went to school with me every day. But I knew that person had liked me already. So when I knew she liked me, that kickstart of I like the way she makes me feel about myself. I think it's something similar to what girls feel like. A lot of girls say that you should find a guy that makes you feel good about yourself. You know. And I can see where that idea comes from. 'Cause at that point, would I say I was attracted to her?
Mm-hmm.
No. Would I say I had admiration? I had agenda to have sex with her? No, I didn't have any of those things in mind. Talked to her. She made me feel good about myself, and I believed myself in that moment. Thought that I was into her, loved her, or whatever. And at the end of it, when things were about to end, I knew that I was. It was right before. It was right before we were about to have sex. We was about to have sex, and I guess that was the first time in my life where I was like, if I have sex, this is gonna ruin this. And I broke up with her. It's gonna ruin the feeling.
So you would say that.
Then I broke up with her. And got with the girl I dated initially because I found that girl started being jealous over the girl I was dating. So I knew that she liked me.
Mm.
And then I started dating her.
So you think people stay with each other when there's obviously there gotta be some value to it, apart from everything else? Because I feel like okay, there's girls that say date someone that makes you feel good, but as a guy, I feel like there's a level to it, and you can be a simp if you will say like that. You can't be giving them everything.
No simping.
Because like they're making you feel okay. Find someone. Okay, he's making you feel good. But you're not gonna value it. You're gonna value someone, and that's why girls date assholes because they're looking for that attention. So you feel like there's a level to it where in a relationship you always have to have something valuable to offer.
Yeah.
Because as soon as, like you said, like as soon as you got everything, it's just like, all right.
Like what now?
You have nothing else that.
Like the idea to want to grow with someone that hasn't really occurred to me until recently. And recently, I mean in this relationship, that they're growing with someone.
Because you felt that she could grow with you as well.
Yes.
Because I feel like there's a few relationships that I know of where it's just like.
But that's not to say any of the other girls. Most of the other girls couldn't grow with me. But it's not to say all of them couldn't grow with me. Is that I wasn't mentally prepared for the idea of growing with someone in the first place.
Or maybe they were not growing with you as well.
It could be that too. I mean. As far as I'm aware, those people are both in fantastic relationships, and their current boyfriends seem to be someone they're growing with as well. So I think we match in that way.
Yeah.
We found someone we felt that we can grow with. So I was like,
but yeah, finding someone that challenges you differently, or finding someone that gives you value, or because
someone you like,
someone that you like as well.
You like them for them.
For them, but they also need to grow. Because I feel like if there's if you meet someone and they just stay static, or you feel like there's probably no future with this person. There's a certain point where I feel like someone in that relationship when it's a breakup is like, I feel like you're not going with me, or I feel like you're just lagging behind, and it feels like I'm you're holding on to your life, and that people are just looking for someone else that's either at the level, or they see they're growing. So like I wanna find someone that's growing with me and that offers me more. Right?
Sure. But I think that's arbitrary. I think that's you arbitrarily liking someone sometimes. Because if all you're viewing is the growth, then your relationship is based off the future, not the present.
I think what you're saying.
You see what you're saying? You're with the person because you're imagining what could be.
The potential.
That's like missing someone because of the memories you had for them of them before. That's the exact same flaw. Is that I've been in situations where I dated someone again because of the memories we had before, and it was the stupidest mistake I had before in my life. Because I broke up with them because of what they became after those memories, which is something that you need to keep in mind. If you have the image of what someone could be in the future. And it's not that the expectation should be met. I think that means you don't like them for who they are now. You like them for what they could be. Yeah,
and if I think become that, then there's a problem. Yeah, I guess what we're saying is like you need to find a nice balance.
Yeah, to me, the secret is liking who you are, but also liking what you can be, and liking the person you're with, and what they can be, and what they can be with you. Right? I say it about my girl all the time. With or without me, she's gonna be successful. With or without me, she's a smart girl. With or without me, all the things are there. Like adding me there, to me, like I always say well things like with. Excuse me. I always give this analogy when it comes to. Remember David?
Mm-hmm.
Always give this analogy to David when you're going out with your boys like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going out and having fun is like cake.
Mm-hmm.
Getting pussy while doing it is just the frosting.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the cake, and that's what I mean with the relationship. It's like you already have the cake. Everything else, like, is just frosting. Everything else is just making it better and better and better. You like yourself, you have the cake. You like the person you're with, that's frosting. That's frosting. And then you get fucking sprinkles, and then you get layers, and then you get custard and whatnot. Like yourself enough so you can actually like someone else for who they are, not their status.
Now they make you feel.
Yeah. How do you make you feel like I actually like this person? This person is cool. I like to be around them.
Yeah, but there's relationships where there's people that don't have a lot of self-esteem.
Yeah.
And they're with each other because the other person is just.
It makes them feel better.
Makes them feel good.
Yeah. And
so
that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I guess in a relationships are complicated. They're not complicated. They have layers.
Yeah.
And if you go too extreme in one side, I feel like you will.
And listen, man, I'm not saying I'm the guru of this shit. I'm not saying that at all.
No, but
I'm saying I feel like I found a recipe that works for me.
You have experiences.
And if that shit don't work out, then whew.
Well, you have the podcast, and we're gonna repeat that shit. That's it.
You're gonna repeat my whole statement right back to me.
Right back to you,
Sam. On July 23rd, did you in fact say this?
Did you mean it?
Did you mean it?
Did you mean it? Because we all know she's gonna be watching. It's like, did you mean it? Did you mean it? I made you feel this way, so beautiful. Oh shit! I mean, we went off topic, because we were talking about, I think, OnlyFans.
We could throw the topic in there, but I'm happy with the way the podcast came out right now.
Yeah, because I don't care about Kanye.
I don't care about Kanye. I don't care about Portland. I don't care about any of the riots that's going on right now or the protests. I don't care about any of that shit, bro.
Like,
I don't care about any of that motherfucking shit.
It's like how much, like, we're beating at that horse at this point. It's like,
you know the top out of the top 10 I think, like, articles or whatever that's posted up right now, you know, like, I think like 5 or 6 of them are all conservative things. Like Prairie News, one of the most clicked through sites, Fox News, Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, all those people are like the top. So I'm like, that's interesting. That you see this, you keep seeing this whole thing that's going on, but the actual what people pay attention to the most is the opposite side. So it's stuff like that makes you think you don't know how this election is gonna go.
Do you think it could be because...
Also, election day, I'm destroying my phone.
But honestly, I would like to get the fuck out of the United States of America. I want to go, like, upstate. I know it's in the United States. But I want to be, like, away. Alright? Yeah. Like, I want to be on a farm, riding horses, and I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I would like to get the fuck out of here.
I'm not going to just guess that wall is being done.
Just kidding, bro. Shit, man, because... No, but do you... Okay, so right now what we're seeing, do you feel that it could be the extreme that we were seeing? We're seeing the extremes of that side.
Of course. Why would they show you anything mundane?
Okay, perfect. So now do you feel that the people that are in the middle, which I agree with you that most people are in the middle, they see this extreme shit, so they're like, well, I would like to see the opposite side now. Because...
The opposite of the extreme?
Yeah, the opposite of the extreme. Because I guess it's the other extreme, but they're not seeing the opposite of the extreme.
What's the opposite of the extreme that's going on? Okay, let's go extreme. Extreme that's going on in Portland. People getting hurt. Armies over there and whatnot. What's the opposite of that?
I guess you could say people are looking for... People are opposing that. Because at a certain level, it's like, come on, like, they're trying to blow up the freaking Capitol Hall. What's the point of that? You know what I mean? They're probably looking
I've seen arguments, it's like, you care about that building more than our feelings. So it's like
yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's a fucking building. What the fuck do you blow it up for?
Listen, man.
I don't know. It's just... I don't know. You saw Ben Shapiro in the Joe Rogan podcast?
There's a new one?
There's a new one.
I haven't seen it.
Interesting. Because he says Joe Rogan asked him about the election. And he was like, I'm not going to say word for word. I'm just going to paraphrase it. If you're interested, you can look at it. There's Joe Rogan clips. He has the whole question. He basically said that one of the reasons some people say that Hillary lost the election, and it was because people lost the election and the opposite of Trump winning it, because he said he referenced a study where people that hate Hillary and Trump will vote for Trump instead of Hillary, because people hate Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with him. That's actually, I 100% agree with him, because listen, I hate Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that back in 2016, I didn't vote. But if you were to ask me on the spot
to vote
I would have probably voted for Trump.
Okay.
One of the reasons is because I honestly wanted to see that bitch cry. I wanted to see her, bro. I want to see her face. You know how good it felt when I saw her face when she lost? I watched that video every night. I watched that video every fucking night.
Okay. And
But anyways, he said that right now, Trump is fucking up because a study shows that people don't like Biden, but they don't like Trump either. And if they were forced to make a decision, they would pick Biden. He also referenced some polls that shows that Trump is gonna get destroyed. And Joe Rogan asked him, like, well, that's the same thing that happened in 2016 with Hillary. And I forgot exactly what he referenced, but he was like, yes, but the polls were not completely wrong, because Hillary was supposed to gain the popular vote by 3% or something, which she did, like 2% or 3%. Mm-hmm. And right now it shows like in the swing states, Trump is losing the swing states as well. So he mentioned a lot of stuff. I'm doing a horrible job at I'm paraphrasing what he said, but basically he's basically saying right now Trump is in a horrible situation because part of politics is making it that it's easier to vote for you than the other person in your opposition. It's you're that easier decision to make.
Yeah.
And right now Trump is not making it easy. Because Trump is not making it easy for people to vote for him. He's making it easier for people to vote for Biden. Which I agree, because I feel like between Hillary and Trump, bro, if you put a gun to my face, like,
choice is obvious, yeah.
Trump.
I agree. I'm with you with that one.
And if right now the way I felt the election was gonna go is like if you put a gun to my face and you're like choose Trump or Biden, I don't like them both. I'll probably go Biden.
I hear you.
But he's just referencing normal people that don't like each candidate. If
yeah.
they weren't forced to choose,
obviously, and I also think that he's also speaking about people that don't know their facts too.
Yeah.
I feel like you would vote for Biden because you don't know enough about Biden not to vote for him.
No, that's very true, because Biden is not. Where the fuck is he? Because he even made a joke about like it's really hard to. We found out it's really hard to beat a dead horse, because Biden is basically dead. Like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah.
He's now in the news. Trump is getting criticized left and right, and this time it's different because last time in 2016 it was good when he was getting criticized.
And there might not be no debates.
That's true.
If debates don't happen.
Because he also mentioned that Trump has nothing to attack Biden on.
If there's no debates.
If there's no debates.
And also, I do want to remind people, it's July. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner too.
November, but I want to remind people in January, after New Year, everybody was chilling. And then the whole world changed.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
No, but he made
so things change like this. Things change like this.
Things could change. But I honestly thought that the protests were going to stop. I thought they stopped like 3 months ago. Or like a month ago. But then I'm just looking at the shit in Portland and there's protests.
I feel like these aren't BLM.
Definitely not. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this what's going on now is something completely else.
Completely different. But the thing with Trump is like 2016.
A little bit of podcast.
I'm gonna cut that out.
I have been your host, Sammy.
Still recording.
Any last words, Josecito?
Get yourself an OnlyFans. Open the gyms, and please demand every single restaurant to put the damn seats back where they belong. Because I'm gonna run over them. Fucking.